Alright guys, hello, I'm here with
Charles O'Sheen.
And we're going to be exploring the last place that Pikachu was ever seen. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm not.
In this found footage video. Okay, I am now here exploring the last place Pikachu was ever seen with Charlie O'Sheen ahead of me with his trusty gun. That's not a Nerf gun. Okay.
It was licensed by the FBI.
Okay, so that must mean it's a gun, right? Alright, let's see what's over here. Well, I've been walking around and I haven't really found anything noteworthy.
I just did.
What did you see?
That.
Whoa, he's pointing to something. What's this? Wait, carbuncle! Real! Oh my goodness! It's a real carbuncle!
Don't you think it looks a little like Pikachu?
Oh yeah! Does this mean Pikachu's nearby? I'm going to keep this. Oh no, what happened?
Bang! Bang! Bang!
That sounds like gunfire.
Yow!
Oh shoot, that was a cry of pain.
Bang!
Oh no, another gunshot.
Bang! Bang!
He sounds terrified. I'm going to continue heading over here. Guys, I don't know where Charles, I don't remember his last name, went. I'm getting whoa! That's someone here. Who are you? Whoa!
Yo!
Yo!
I'm Smiling Winner.
He's Smiling Winner!
I'm Smiling Winner.
He is Smiling Winner.
I punched your friend.
What? Wait, you punched my friend, but you...
Yeah, look at these dukes.
Oh, but
I
you...
punched him and I'll punch you.
But no, don't punch me. But you said...
I captured Pikachu, so better...
You did it! Oh no. Oh no.
Better run before I punch you.
I don't want to get punched! Help! Ah!
Bienvenue mes camarades à les jeux vidéo de PM606. Je suis ton homme de YouTube, l'insecte d'eau, Waterbug. Salutations, I am Waterbug, and welcome back to good old PM606. Now, in this video, I'm going to finally, after all these long, hard years, play some of the offsets I missed. Probably not Aegis though, because for one, it's probably the worst offset, in my opinion, based on what I've seen so far. And it's bugged, so you can't complete it. So it would be kind of anticlimactic if I record up to that point and get there only to be bugged and unable to beat the sublevel. So I will be picking up at voices. I died on Fear in the last episode of this main series, which was a really long time ago. I did cover more of Fear in my video about how to get Fear no hit much more easily using a glitch. So I think if I resume from voices, it would be understandable. And this place is pretty nice. I'm not sure when they added those particle effects, or if those have always been there and I'm just forgetting. It's a nice place, but it doesn't quite jump. It's just a field with cherry blossoms. We've already been through some weird stuff. I think if this were in the middle of a sub-level, it would be more impactful. But I have to give them props for trying to come up with a more unique lobby. It does change the feeling of the offsets a bit. Alright, now going into voices, probably one of the best offsets. Not as good as Fear, in my opinion, because Fear took the PM606 concept and revolutionized it. With Wraith chasing you, it was so iconic. It became reproduced in so many fan games, it's outrageous at this point, I have to say. Whereas this, it's a very cool obby. They have a beautiful high reflectivity, or was it transparent? No, I think that's a high reflectivity block design, which goes really well with the simplistic theme of the level. It's just blocks in the sky, but the high reflectivity makes it fit. I'm looking right at you, Sonic Frontiers, with all these random block designs in the sky. This game nails it. You must learn from some random PM606. I mean, some random Roblox game. I'm sorry, I'm starting to associate PM606 as its own genre by this point. Anyway, as I was saying, but at the end of the day, it's a fairly simplistic obby, whereas Fear has a lot more going on. So I can't say it's better than Fear, but it definitely is one of the more interesting offsets. I'm not sure how I feel about your avatar chasing you. I guess it's kind of weird and edgy. He took your soul, that's fine. Oh yeah, and avoid these exploding masks at all costs. Jeez. That's really close. Avoid these exploding masks at all costs. As you probably know, they one-shot you. In the boss fight, if you let them get too close to you, it can kill your run, even if you're making good progress. They really remind me of the exploding masks in Dark Souls and the level of Catacombs. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? They're these exploding heads at the beginning. They don't instant kill you, but they do a lot of damage. And you have to... well, the skeletons in that level are also pretty deadly, but you should prioritize trying to survive those. Anyway, back to the level. I really do like the change from the cloudy skies. No, not... yeah, there's some clouds, fairly open clouds, to the night. But it still looks like it's the day. It's a weird point in the day where the stars are coming out. But it's not quite... yeah, I'm not sure what time of day it's called. I'm forgetting. I'm getting distracted by the fight. Anyway, back to talking about the fight. Like I said, prioritize dodging those puppet master masks, because they kill you. Everything else does a bit of damage, but it's not too bad if you hit. I like how you can hit him when he's coming down like that. This fight, I think it's a very inventive fight. The attacks are very fun to avoid. I don't think it's quite as good as sub-level 40 because it runs a little too long before you learn how to fight it. And even when you know how to fight it, attack opportunities are fairly seldom, and it takes a lot of damage. So it's a very nice fight, but a little too long in my opinion, even though when you know when to attack it and how to attack it most effectively. I think the best part of this fight is learning when you can attack the foe, because there are a few opportunities that don't seem immediately apparent, like when he's dropping down. I really like the rumbling pillar sound effect when they come at you. It makes it feel like this isn't just some beam, it's a beam full of mass that... I don't really know what I'm saying, but it's not a sound effect you might originally expect, because it seems like a pillar of light, but the noise makes it all the more satisfying. Alright, and that was voices. Oh yeah, be careful not to get caught up in his destructive aura when he leaves. If that I don't even know if that kills anyone or not, but if that killed anyone ever, I'm sorry. That must be painful. Anyway, we reclaim our split soul and enter the edgy void. Whoa, dark screen. And now we get to heat, which is when I started thinking, okay, maybe they're doing a few too many offsets. Because heat, at the end of the day, is pretty much just an easier version of woods, because you don't have to follow the smiling spirit guy. And I do like heat a little more than I did initially, because I think I misunderstood the purpose. There are all different kinds of cool smilers. There's the elite smiler, I think it was called the gasser smiler. I don't remember the smiler that shoots beams of balls that slowly get smaller. And then there are the sniping smilers, or whatever they're. I need to learn some of these newer smiler names. I know this isn't that new, I'm just pretty late to playing this. Yeah, you see these guys. They look really cool, but they pose almost no threat. So I think the point of this level is to both act as kind of a break from the intense offsets, like fear, pipes. I struggle on pipes a lot. I know a lot of people get through pipes pretty easily. I've always had a hard time figuring out what kinds of colors those are. Jeez, that's a lot of PM mass. But then you have heat, which it's pretty easy. I'm sorry. There's no chase. You can take your time. I think I'm lost. You might get lost every now and then like I do, but it's not like there's a timer. So it's really not that punishing. So I think they just wanted this to be a cool sub-level, act as kind of a break. And I have to give them credit. The music really fits the feeling of the place. It's got a kind of whining value. It sounds a little solemn and a little intense, but not that intense, because this isn't very difficult to get around. Anyway, these are the smallers that shoot the balls I was talking about. And they don't do that much damage, so again, I think this is pretty much just a showcase. Oh shoot! No! We'll be right back, folks. Anyway, another one of my big problems with this offset is it feels like it's mostly pretty easy, but every now and then there are trial and error aspects, like which section to go into first. I don't see how you know that initially, and then figuring out how to react, especially at the ending section. Like here, it's fine if I make a mistake, I'm not punished, but then all of a sudden, toward the end, they're elite smilers and they can gang. Oh my goodness. So there are a lot of PM mass following me, but they don't pose a threat. This section here as well does not pose a threat. It's very easy to scale. I know this level is based off woods, but rooms like the one we just passed remind me of... I think I'm supposed to go this way. Remind me of the fire temple, or Dognogo's cavern. No, more so the fire temple in Ocarina of Time. But I think it's mostly the lighting. And I do really like the way this room looks. You can see how you're making progress here. You're slowly climbing higher. And then you can just make out the silhouettes of the pillars below. This does look very cool. So I can't be too negative about heat, but I think it's definitely a step down from offsets like Voices and Fear, and Pipe's my favorite offset. And then here, this part is completely different from Woods. It's a small open section with a bunch of smilers. There's an elite smiler around that button, and I cannot figure out how to safely maneuver around them without using, oh gosh, I better be careful, without using items. So if you know of a way, let me know. I'm going to try, but you'll probably get too close, and I don't want to retry again, so I'm going to use haste crystals. I mean, yes, they're really haste crystals, guys. Okay, and then you can see the triangle and the distance, and I'm pretty sure in Aegis, please forgive me if I'm pronouncing that the wrong way, the triangle appears closer than it does here, which is a nice little detail. There's also another detail every time you activate, well, the different checkpoints in that woods area, the woods lobby, make the pool redder, which makes sense because you're slowly getting closer to the Wraith. Anyway, so you see this, oh my gosh. You see that, I think he might be stuck, I'm not sure. Yep, he's stuck. So that's how you do it, guys. You get the elite smiler stuck, and then boom, you escape. Alright, never mind, figured it out, guys. You just have to break the game to get by. Oh, that's a problem in so many fan games, the smilers getting stuck. I think Crimson Noon had a patch for it at one point, but I don't think it's been adopted in that many fan games. Oh boy. And then here we see the Wraith phase, and then a burning pool of blood and anger, and then Smiling Spirit beckoning you to come toward the Holy Trinity in the distance, or the Triforce of Power, or whatever that represents. And however edgy this is, I will say it does look pretty cool. All of a sudden, for this red pool to be here, which matches with the fiery din surrounding. And now we go into I forgot what it was called, Malice. This fight is heavily modeled after the Ganon fight. No, I mean puppet Ganon fight in Ocarina of Time, because the Wraith spins around you, and you have to figure out which Wraith is the correct Wraith, much like the Ganon fight, where you have to figure out, my aim is terrible, excuse me. Yeah, you have to figure out which one of these is a correct Wraith, and I'm not actually sure how to do this. I hate to admit it. I'm not very good at this fight, even in the earlier stages. I've only played it a few times, so I might not succeed. Forgive me if I do. I'll definitely revisit this at least. What? Okay, that was lag. Ow. I think I hit the right Wraith. I'm not sure, to be honest. Halfway through the fight, I think, or maybe even before that, he takes your items and then starts speaking like the true edgy man he really is on the inside. Don't hit me with any of that smiling winner is the Wraith in real life lore. Ha, so you ain't so innocent after all, sonny boy. Okay, Wraith. The Wraith is not Smiling Winter in my lore. I'm sure he is in this game. They're both just as edgy, although edgy in slightly different ways. Oh gosh, that's close. Not doing too well on health. I healed a little bit, but I'm definitely struggling and missing my shots. How did that even miss? And I don't think we hit the correct rate. It's gonna be a while, guys. Excuse my skills. Are you happy now that everything's alight out there? Your little stunt with that executive put me on the radar. This is your fault. Why couldn't you just stay in the cabin? There's probably something along the lines of that. It's not fair. How come he gave you a chance to be whole again? Ha 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 ha. Why are you laughing at that? That just doesn't make sense. He's gonna go into edgy phase 2 and take my items soon, so I'd better be careful and channel the inner anti-edginess soul that I got that was returned to me from the Lord PM, the true Lord of all PM's I keep missing PM 606 edginess. Yeah, come on at me, Wraith. You don't have anything on me yet. Why did you help me in Frost? I still can't figure that out from a lore point. It feels like the lore is contradicting itself, which may be intentional given the edginess. Because, you know, contradicting yourself is an element of the edgy. How? Oh no, he's taking my items now. He's enraged. You're ruining everything. Oh boy, it's getting into. I'm not gonna last much longer. I'm just trying to survive as long as I can. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm no recon. I'm no PM 606 speedrunner. Oh, now he has the edgy corns. You've done this before? No, not possible. But how? He straight up sounds like a cartoon villain at this point. I'm doing well enough, but it just gets harder and harder. I don't think I can do it. I'm gonna try. First it was days, then weeks. I lost count. Has it been a decade yet? Days bleeding together. Bullets were. Alright, you know, I'm not even reading this anymore. This has gone, and I'm out of access. This has gone beyond my edginess limit. Oh, am I distracting you? Novice. Okay, that came out of nowhere. Only the edgy bug can properly read a Wraith's dialogue. I'm sorry, there's no way this wasn't written ironically. Or sarcastically. That's the better word for it. Alright, what's your next edgy dialogue, Wraithy Fiend? The WRAITH, the true Frenchman of anarchism, the WRAITH. Oh gosh. I'm taking a bit of damage here. How am I supposed to do this? There's so much going on. It's a blessing that I'm still alive. Maybe it's whichever Wraith is glowing the most. I think that one's glowing more. And I missed. This isn't good. This is not good. Maybe if I go on the sides, it will be easier to see where the beams are coming from. Okay. Gaining, ouch, never mind. I was gaining a little health back there, but not quite. This is a hard fight. I am sweating. Did I hit the right one? I thought it was the Wraith that was glowing, but that one didn't seem to be glowing. I don't know anymore. Oh boy. Well, if I go on the sides, it's easier. Maybe this might actually work. If I just circle around, because then I can see where all the beams are coming from and react when Wraith goes into his spinning phase. Yeah, that one, now they're all glowing, or I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a pattern of which Wraith is actually the real one? Which one isn't the shadow edgy puppet? Or I'm missing it. Ow. Taking a bit of damage, but actually I'm doing pretty well on health at the moment. This strategy might be the way to go. One more hit or one more I can't die. Can I? Could you really end this? Torment? I don't know what I'm doing with the voice anymore. He won't kill you, you know. It'll be much worse than death. That was probably PM or something. I don't even care at this point. I'm just trying to survive. We did it! We beat the WRAITH! Oh, I wasn't expecting to do this. I had a promise to keep. We did it! I didn't know I like that strategy helped a lot. Alright, well, it looks like we will be doing part of Aegis after all. Between reality is the link to Aegis. I wasn't expecting to beat the WRAITH. I've never beaten the WRAITH solo. I've always gotten carried by a friend, like smiling helper, that sort. But now that I know that strategy to circle along the very edges, it's a lot easier. So it can still get dangerous, but it's a lot easier to see where the attacks are coming from it and all. And here we have Smiling Spirit, and there is the Triforce of something. Oh, and the Sword of Enlightenment appears in front of us. And we venture into... no clue what this Triforce is. And so that it's red, blue, and green. This is white. Maybe it is all of the Triforces molded into one or something like that. I don't know. The lore, guys. Alright, and here we go in Aegis. Probably the worst offset. I'm sorry. And apparently it's even better than it was supposed to be. I mean, than it used to be, so... how bad could Mirror have been? I mean, it is pretty cool. You got these beams coming out. You get on these little platforms to fight Smiles. But it's mostly just a boring version of which I forgot it was even called Apopsis and Parapsis. Although Apopsis is pretty boring, but given where it's come from, given where it's placed in the game, it feels a lot more fresh. But here you've already seen that stuff, so it's much less interesting. Anyway, like I said, I can't beat this. It's bugged. If Recon has been trying to beat this for a very long time, the best player of PM606, or I don't know if he's the best official, biggest speedrunner. He has a 1 to 40 world record. He can't beat this, so I think that says everything and confirms how bugged it is. Oh gosh, and I'm taking a ton of damage here. I think those beams, well, I'm dead. I got further than I expected though, so I'm still happy about this. And that was most of the rest of the offsets. I will replay Pipes to Fear because I don't think I played that legitimately, and I want to give those offsets more attention. The offsets are mostly really good, but I think they start getting hit or miss toward the end, and I start wanting more sub-levels because the offsets are nice, but when the game is becoming mostly offsets, it feels like it's losing track of what it's trying to be. Thank you for watching, comrade, and I will see you at some point in the future, or not. I could, it might happen, it might not happen. I don't know what to say.